Hello, my friend. Amner Hunter here from amnerhunter.com. Happy Friday or happy Saturday if you are in the other part of the world, the other side of the world. Happy to be here. Today we're going to be checking out a couple of cool new free plugins, and also I want to share with you a couple of new and very interesting deals in light of Black Friday season. As usual, you will find all of the applicable links in the video description and first comment, both for the free ones and also the premium ones. And of course, I'm gonna make sure to put timestamps in the video description as well, in case that you want to move around between the mini segments of the video. Let me show you the plugins I'm gonna be checking out today quickly. So first, we have a new synthesizer by Dawesome Music. It's like the little sister or brother of the great synthesizer called Myth, also by Dawesome Music. This is Zyklop, right? Available for free. Also, AnalogObsession just released some days ago this cool gate that is meant to be used on drums. You can use it, of course, on other instances, on other instruments, but it's made more for drum gating, right? Available for free as well. Moving on with some of the deals that I have for you today. Black Salt Audio just dropped the price to 70% off on I think all of the plugins in the catalog. The low control, it's an amazing plugin to control the low end and to thicken also the low end. My favorite plugin for that particular task. $29 for this plugin, 70% off. This is the lowest price that you will see this plugin. I think it happens only once throughout the year, so make sure to take advantage of this offer. This is a low control, right, by Black Salt Audio. And also another important deal that I found is the PureBundle by Sonible, right? 5 smart automatic mixing and mastering plugins for $49. This is a steal. These plugins are going to help you out mixing very quickly and master very quickly with the use of machine learning, right? Of course, you can make your own adjustments, but if you are in a hurry or something, you want to get things done quickly, these plugins are gonna be your friend. 67% off. And let's remember that here at Plugin Boutique, in any purchase, you can choose one of these freebies, right? Free gifts in the checkout process. So you can choose either the IK Multimedia, T-Rex Studio Bundle, GeForce Access, or UJam Vice, or Native Instruments Monarch, or Mastering the Mix Advanced Mastering course. So we have 5 options. One of those can be chosen at the checkout process in any purchase, right? It ends on November 29th, this promotion. So anyway, before we begin, my friend, let me invite you quickly to my website, amnerhunter.com. I have some additional free stuff there, such as some free PDF guides and ebooks that are meant to help you out in your home studio, whether it be music making, mixing with free plugins, productivity hacks as well. And I have some free tools as well, such as some collections of guitar impulses, some collections of drum sample packs, among other utilities. Finally, don't forget to check out this channel or my blog, which I am updating almost every day with tons of content like this. If you are here in the live stream, please let me know. I'm always happy and interested to know your opinions. 47 is here. Yo, what, Amner, what's good? Says 47. Hello, my friend. Thanks a lot. And Acoustic, hello Acoustic, thanks a lot for being here, my friend. I appreciate it very much. So yeah, without further ado, let me take you to my DAW now, and let's check out first the freebies, okay? So this is Zyklop, a new synthesizer by Dawesome Music. I really love the synthesizers that this developer creates. The Dawesome Love, it's another one that I really love. No pun intended. And so yeah, this synth, it's not particularly like emulating anything or something like that. it has its own engine, right? And the cool thing is, it might seem like it has a lot of controls, a lot of circles, a lot of figures and shapes. But when you put your mouse over any stuff here, it lets you know what it does, right? So here, for instance, MIDI input, velocity, the main ADSR, for instance, ADSR1, ADSR2, because it has three low frequency oscillators as well. Low frequency oscillator 1, 2, and 3 can be accessed here. And these controls, for instance, this is for the stereo image, widens the stereo image. This is panning between left and right for the iris. And this is the gain of the iris. I'm not sure what is that. And then we have the position of playback. Transformer makes the timbre more soul-like, right? So yeah, a lot of cool features here. And the cool thing, I think, are these different modules. Here we have an arpeggiator, which I really love. You can turn it on and turn off here. We have create multiple notes from every single incoming note. Here we have the arpeggiator, right? Here we can set the BPM, the time, etc., the scale, or restricts the incoming MIDI notes to certain pitches. And this is for transposes incoming MIDI. Then we have the oscillator section, right? The waveform and all of that. This is for the filter section, the effects section, right? And we have the modulation section. We can browse also here. And we have very cool presets included. We have also the option to set it monophonic. And we have also a couple of randomizers here. So let me show you now some sounds. So this is like the initial sound, right? Okay, it takes a bit to load the sounds, but let me... Right? Some harmonics. Okay, let's check out another preset here. Bass. Very, very cool, right? Low frequency oscillator here. Alright, and let's check out some arpeggiator here. Okay, another preset. FM keys. Many presets to choose from here. Yeah, you can access also the presets here. You can browse through all of them from different music producers. Tons and tons of great sounds in this synthesizer Zyklop by Dawesome. Let's continue with the next one by AnalogObsession. We have this cool DrGate. It's called DrGate, or it seems DrGate. Well, it's DrGate, right? I believe it's the first DrGate by AnalogObsession. It has 4 different controls. The gate is the main control to start gating the signal. The hold will take care of the transients a bit more, right? We'll preserve the transient a bit more. The filter, it's to bring back some of the high end that we might lose when we are gating the signal. And of course, a dry wet functionality, right, from 0 to 100% to blend the unprocessed and processed signal. I think this gate is very, very clean on drums. Of course, it was made for that. I was testing it on this drum kit and drum sound that you're gonna hear in a moment, and I think it's a very, very clean gate, which sometimes normal gates are not super clean on drums because you might lose part of the sustain or something of the drum hit or something, right? But it is advised also by the developer that you can use this plugin in another instruments, but I think its nature is more focused on drums. So let me, for instance, start with the kick drum here. We have a bit of snare, a bit of cymbal bleed, right? So let me start increasing here the gate. Okay, we lose a bit of highs. Before. Right? The cymbals are pretty much gone. And we are still preserving the original sound of the kick in this matter. So I'm gonna leave it here. Let's check out the snare as well. Works great on snare. Here we have a lot of bleed of the kick drum cymbals, as you can hear. So let me increase the gate. We started to lose almost everything, the cymbals, right? Right, and let's recover a bit of the highs. And the transient as well. All right, and let's finally use it on the toms as well. We have a lot of bleed from everything, pretty much, right? Sorry, these are the toms. Cymbals, kick drum, snare. Okay, there we have the tom hits. listen to the difference. Off. So yeah, it's like a good combination of these three controls, right? To have the best result, I think. The most natural result as well, because when we overdo the gate, also it might sound very unnatural, very artificial. But for instance, let me show you. I'm gonna bypass the three plugins on kick, snare, bass, and tom bass. And let's listen to the kit. Okay, so they are on at the moment, so I'm gonna turn it off. Off. It's kind of subtle, but we have a cleaner, I think more focused drum sound, but it's subtle in this case, right? But I think it's a very clean gate by Analog Obsession. Let's move on with the next plugin in this list, the Low Control by Black Salt Audio, that currently has a 70% off, the lowest price that I have seen the plugin, and it doesn't happen very, very often. And right now, in light of Black Friday, right? That's why. So the Low Control, it's not a new plugin. It's a plugin that will allow you to compress, to enhance the low end, to keep it under control, and at the same time to fatten also the low end if you need it. So here we have first the compression section, right? It has a compressor limiter built in with this threshold. Let me show you some examples without sound first, so that you can see here. So we have the incoming signal, right, and the threshold. We lower the threshold. This of course is focused and is going to compress below the frequency that we select here, from 250 and below, right? So we can compress, like for instance, from 200 Hertz and below, 150, something like that, right? And we're going to be compressing. Here's the compression happening, the gain reduction, right? And we're going to tighten the low end with this, and we can increase a bit the overall volume with the low gain, right, of the low end, but keep it still under control due to the compression limiting, right? And we can listen only this portion of the low end in solo with this switch, and we can also enhance a frequency range that we select here from 40 to 200. 80, I think it's a good frequency range to enhance. The enhancer, it's saturation, right? So it will saturate that portion of the low end, making it sound tighter and fuller, but without being out of control. So you can insert it in a full mix in the master. You can insert it on buses or individual channels. I like to insert it on the mix bus, on the full mix, and also individual buses, right, for synthesizers, bass, drums sometimes, anything that might have a lot of low end happening and that might be out of control and overpowering. So let me show you. I have a full mix here, and I'm going to set everything to default here. So here we have a lot of synths, a lot of low-end information, a bass synth, and some synthesizers also. So here we are listening to the low end only, right? let's compress it and limit it. We can increase the volume with this. Before. Of course, not every time it's like super noticeable, right? Because the low end, it's pretty hard to listen to sometimes when it's like out of control. But it tightens the low end, and here we can, for instance, we can choose another frequency here, 150, let's say.
Inside my brain feels like I'm going insane. Pain remains.
Okay, and we can enhance 80 Hertz, for instance. Listen to the saturation, right? A little bit goes a long way here, I think.
Pain remains, running through my veins. Fireworks inside.
And we can use the output to compensate.
Pain remains, running through my veins. Fireworks inside my brain feels like I'm going insane. Pain remains every single day. Every single day. Pain remains, running through my veins. Fire.
Before, with compression limiting. It keeps that all of the notes are like in control, right? They are being compressed. They are being controlled by the limiter and compressor here. They are not exceeding a certain threshold, and a bit of gain here, low gain and saturation, it's like enhancing that part. It's increasing a bit the low end, keeping it very, very tight. So yeah, very cool plugin. Let's also listen to it in another example that I have here. So we have this bass guitar here, and the kick drum, of course. So let's 120 and below, let's control here. Enhance. Before. Off, on. All right, and finally, let's check out 5 plugins by Sonible that are part of this PureBundle. Right, these plugins that analyze the track, and they give you an optimal result for that based on the analysis, based on the algorithm that we choose here. For instance, we have the pure compressor, we have an equalizer as well. Sorry, we have an equalizer, we have also a reverb, and we have a limiter, and we have also an unmasking plugin, right? So let's start with the compressor, right? Here we select what we're compressing. In this case, I'm gonna compress some drums, so we choose the drums. You can choose individual parts of the drums like kick and snare. You can compress also vocals, guitars, bass, the full mix, etc. So it doesn't only work just for mixing, also for mastering, right? So I'm gonna compress some drums, and the algorithm learns the incoming signal, and it gives you a result that you can further tweak with very simple controls, right? So let's, for instance, start with the drums. So let's analyze it. It's very quickly to analyze. Okay, and here we can see the waveform, right? What's happening to the waveform, the signal, the more we compress the sound. Before, it has auto gain. And it has also 3 styles of compression. It has clean compression, transparent, then mixed with a dirty compression or with a bit of coloration. This is like the clarities for balance tonal imbalances. Before. Right, for instance, let me compress very quickly here a bass here, for instance. Let me making the bass sound with a bit of saturation. It's also fatter, the bass, with the compression, right? Let's use another plugin in this bundle by Sonible, right? What's the next one? We have here the Pure EQ, right? This is an automatic equalizer as well. For instance, let's equalize these guitars. Here we choose electric guitar. Okay, neutral style, bright, warm. Before. Okay, we can also choose here the range that the plugin is affecting from 20 to 20K. So here it's like increasing a bit the low end if we want that to be ignored. Yeah, it's dynamically EQing, getting rid of some resonances. You can also increase the dynamics, right? The dynamic EQ with this. Alright, and for instance, let's check out the next plugin in this list, which is, let me see, the reverb, I believe. Yeah, the reverb. Let's check it out on vocals. I love this reverb because it has different type of reverbs. And let me choose, for instance, this vocal performance. Here, select the algorithm.
Pues ni juntas en constelación pueden igualar todo ese brillo. Celosas las
This is the size of the reverb space.
Pueden igualar todo ese brillo.
It has infinite reverb, reverse.
Celosas las estrellas son.
Cool effect and bounce.
Celosas las estrellas son, pues ni juntas en constelación pueden igualar todo ese brillo.
Synthetic reverb.
Celosas las estrellas son, pues ni juntas en constelación pueden igualar.
Normal mode.
Celosas las estrellas son, pues ni juntas en constelación.
All right. Very simple, and let's check out the next one in this list. For instance, I sidechained. I connected the rhythm guitar and the vocals, which are competing, right? There are some clashing frequencies, and you need to connect them via sidechain. And then I am using Pure Unmask, this plugin, to remove clashing frequencies between a couple instruments. I chose guitar, so it's going to start reducing the guitar a bit against the vocal. So let's analyze it.
Celosas las estrellas son, pues ni juntas en constelación pueden igualar todo ese brillo.
And here we can see that reduction, right?
Celosas las estrellas son, pues
it's dynamically doing that,
celosas las
giving space to the vocals,
pues juntas en constelación pueden igualar todo ese brillo.
reducing dynamically, right? It has high resolution, low or mid resolution. This is the speed of the algorithm, right? How quickly it reacts.
Celosas las estrellas son, pues ni juntas en constelación pueden
we can also choose the range
todo ese
that we are unmasking.
Los soles no dan razón.
It's subtle sometimes, but it's very useful to have as well. And finally, let's for instance limit this mix with the other one in this bundle, the Pure Limit. Here also, this is a limiter, right? Of course, for mixing and mastering. For instance, we can choose the genre of the mix, right? For instance, this is like a rock mix, and let's start here the algorithm. Lower a bit the volume on your headphones or monitors because it's going to increase the loudness. So let's go. It does the heavy lifting for you. Okay, it's increasing the loudness. Also has 3 styles of limiting: neutral, hard with a hard knee, and a bit more soft. So neutral, the inflate is it's like using low level compression. It's inflating the whole signal, increasing the perceived loudness, right, and increasing the valleys of the track, getting it closer to the peaks, like the inflator It's very, very transparent, and so yeah, these are the 5 plugins by Sonible. They can help you out to mix very quickly, and they are very lightweight as well, and surprisingly lightweight actually. So yeah, there you go, my friends. Those were the plugins today. Let me know what you think of them. I'm always happy and interested to know your opinions. We have some comments here in the live stream. Let me read some. Kevin, hello Kevin, how are you? Bruce Wayne is here. Ilya Ryan, hey Amner, that piece almost makes me think of Godsmack, says Kevin. Oh yeah, I know what you mean, Kevin. And it actually makes sense now that you mention it. Ilarion says, you promised Turtlebugs you would review his sample back. Let me check on that, Ilarion. Turtlebugs. I'm gonna write that down in a moment. He was very happy about it. Please don't disappoint him. He's a huge fan. I have liked the video and subscribed. I don't do a lot of reviews of sample packs actually. I mention them, I share them of course. But let me go ahead and check it out. I have liked the video and subscribed. Thanks a lot, my friend. Happy producing. Hey Amner, do you use SSL bus compressor? I was told DCA1 from Klanghelm kinda does the same thing. Yeah, I have the waves and the one by Solid State Logic as well. The Klanghelm, it's a cool compressor. I love those free plugins by Klanghelm. Hit the thumbs up. Thanks a lot, Acoustic. Hit the notification bell, my friends, also, so you don't miss out on any of the updates. So anyway, before we leave, let me invite you quickly to my website, amnorhunted.com, where you can grab some additional free stuff, such as some free PDF guides and ebooks, some extra free tools, such as some collections of guitar impulses, some collections of drum sample packs, among other utilities. Finally, don't forget to check out this channel or my blog, which I am updating almost every day with tons of content like this. Thank you so much for watching, and take care. I will see you very soon in the next one. Kevin says, surprised you haven't got around to the new Vienna choir instrument. Kevin, yeah, I checked that virtual instrument out, but I need to install their player, right? Yeah, that's a cool virtual instrument. I'm not sure if I'm gonna feature it on a video, but I definitely want to install it for my use, because it's a great choir instrument. So anyway, thanks a lot, you guys. Take care, and I will be seeing you very soon, right? Bye bye. Addictive Keys demo is unlimited and free, says Kevin. Yes, you're right. Thanks for the reminder. Bye bye, my friends.